So I just came across this. It says Cheryl Rosada says Chad Johnson made her fly Spirit and Frontier Airlines. Yeah. Now, for you guys that don't know, Chad Johnson is a former star receiver for the Cincinnati Bengals. He was an excellent, excellent player. He played in the NFL for quite some time, but he is known to be thrifty. She knew that before she ever even got with him. Now, if she's upset with his provision, putting her on Spirit and Frontier Airlines, then what she should do is simply use her own money and fly herself first class on whatever airline that she wants. But she doesn't want to do that. You know why? Because without them being married, she thinks that she's entitled to fly first class or fly private on his dime. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm proud of Chad Johnson for this because let me tell you something. When women want to be with a man, they will parachute in if they have to. They'll get on a C-130 Army transport plane and literally jump out and parachute over your neighborhood and drop down with perfect hair and perfect makeup. It comes down to attraction every single time. If a woman is attracted to you, she just wants you. She wants to be in your presence. If a woman has expectations that you're going to deliver a certain lifestyle, she says things like this. So always be wary of these types of women, gentlemen. Hey, ladies, Joy Taylor, let's set y'all back 50 years. So here's the thing. 2016-17, Joy Taylor is engaged to a baseball player, right? But she really wants to have her own sports show, but she can't get it. So what does she do? She goes to Mr. Dixon here, allegedly, and says, I'll give you some of this boom boom and some of this gawk gawk if you give me my own show. So what did he do? He said, you're 10 out of 10. That sounds cool. So then he goes and talks to Skip Bayless and says, Skip, I really want her on the show with you and Unc. And Skip Bayless says, nah, you can't be putting her on the show with me and Shannon Sharp. I don't want her on it. I'm adamant that I don't want her on it. He said, go ahead, Skip. Go ahead. Put her on for me. Because she was giving him that gawk gawk allegedly and that boom boom. So because he's the big boss man, the executive, Skip finally relents, puts him on the show. Then Shannon Sharp decides to leave, so she's got to find a place to go. So guess what? He gets more gawk gawk while paying for things for her wedding, allegedly. So then she gets the show with Emmanuel Acho, and guess what? Emmanuel is now smashing. But it gets worse. Skip Bayless, the woman that does her hair, Skip Bayless wanted to have intercourse with her. Now, that woman came to her as a friend and said, hey, Skip is trying to smash. He offered me $1.5 million to smash. And she said, girl, you better get that paper and don't say nothing. That's how we do things around here. And now that woman that does her hair is telling everything and spilling all of the tea, and they all in trouble. I'm going to tell you one thing right now. There are some good female commentators, but I'm not going to be able to look at any show now with a female commentator and not think, did she? Would she? Set y'all back 50. Oh, yes. It's time for another Passport Bros trip. We're going to Medellín, Colombia, February the 17th through February the 21st. The cost is $700. Now, here's what comes with that $700, gentlemen. You get your own private room in the villa. You also get transportation when you land at the airport. Someone who speaks English will be there ready to pick you up, take your bags, and bring you to your villa. Next, you will have a translator. Next, you will have a concierge. You will have a passport bro do a presentation who's been there for over 20 years and who's married to a beautiful woman there. And you will have me to watch out for you, guide you, make sure that everything goes smoothly, and give you tips and tricks to have an amazing time. Now, if you want to go, you can split your payment up into 2 payments. But the first one needs to be paid immediately. Immediately to book your spot, because I'll have to book all of the things there that we need to have. The second payment can be paid on February the 1st. Now, I can only take 7 to 10 men maximum, because that's the accommodations that we have in the villa. So first come, first serve, gentlemen. But we had an incredible time last time. Just ask anyone who's gone with me. They've had an incredible time. It's life-changing. So if you're trying to go, hit me up today in my DMs, and I'll set you up.